Hi, my name is Marcus. Welcome to my channel. Can I just take a second and just be excited for a second? I feel like every character that I have loved in the past like 15, 20 years always manages to figure out a way to come back into fruition, come back into a fandom, or get their story continued. Kratos is back. God of War is coming back. They are remaking the original trilogy from the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, God of War 1, 2, and 3. This is crazy. This is crazy. It just shows that Kratos is such a popular character that you just cannot let his story just go to the wayside. You know, he's more so than just a character. He's an absolute phenomenon. He's a powerhouse. He's just a cultural icon that you just can't let a character as popular as he is just go to the wayside. Even though his story seemed to have been concluded in God of War Ragnarok, why not go back and remake his classic adventures to kind of show the newer generation of why he is such a cultural phenomenon on how that started in the first place. You know, a lot of people know him from the father, the guy turned father of him trying to, you know, teach Atreus on how to be a decent person, rather than, you know, my introduction to him was a hell-bent Spartan on a quest for revenge for the bloodthirsty god that tricked him into killing his family. It's so cool, man. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for this. T.C. Carlson is coming back. Come on, brother. Quit playing with me. Zeus, your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus. Dude, quit playing with me. You want to know what I really want to know, though? Are they going to remake all the love-making minigames, too? Or is that too much for 2026, 2027? Huh? Is that too much for today's society where you got to wiggle the control stick around, press on circle to... I'm just saying, I mean, it was a part of the game. All three of them. So I feel like if you're gonna do a faithful recreation of the franchise, then you have to include that as well. Just saying. But certainly on a more serious note, though, having the opportunity to be able to fight Ares, Perseus, Hades, Poseidon, Zeus multiple times, Athena, all the Olympian gods and the Olympian Greek warriors, the entire pantheon once again in glorious 4K high definition on a remaked PlayStation 5 console. That's a dream come true, man. It really is. You know, I'm very curious to see if they're going to keep the fighting style the exact same as the original franchise, or are the Blades of Chaos going to take a more, you know, front to shoulder angle like they did in God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok? If I'm being completely honest, I kind of want to go back to the old school style, man. I feel like that would be super cool, just get that fighting style once again. Bring back the double jump. You gotta bring back the double jump too, man. We gotta have that for sure. I'll tell you what though, with this announcement, it kind of alludes to the fact that God of War Ragnarok had such a perfect ending along with the DLC. I mean, Kratos in present time is technically the god of hope of the Asgardian pantheon. It's like, what more of that story is there to tell, you know? So I'm sure that's why Santa Monica Studios decided, well, hell, let's go back and let's just remake the older games. Because I mean, a lot of people still to this day were not really liking God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. I don't know how, but you know, so I guess it makes sense that why not just take it back to the roots and let's do a retelling of the story. I wouldn't have minded them continue the Asgardian story with Atreus going on his quest to, you know, save all of the giants, but I think I kind of prefer going back and as the crazy Kratos and killing all the Olympian gods again. But, you know, that's just my 2 cents. Now, of course, unless you're sleeping under a rock, you would also know that Santa Monica Studio and the Cat Studio are creating a side-scrolling two-player co-op style game with starring Kratos and Deimos. It's called God of War: The Sons of Sparta. It's supposed to be the first chronological game in the series at this point. Then they're going to save their homeland of Sparta from monsters and demons, it looks like. So that's looking cool. It retails for $30. It's on the PlayStation Store right now. I don't know if I'm technically going to get it. I'm lying. I'm gonna get it. The God of War fan to me alone is more so interested in the story than the actual game itself. Looks like to have like a Metroid Castlevania style gameplay to it. I've watched a few of the little documentaries or whatnot that PlayStation released on their state of play. It looks fun, man. It really does. So some people were trying to already hate on it, saying it's not God of War. It doesn't have the same play style. However, you chuck it for a second. It looks fun, man. Just grab a buddy, drink a couple of brewskis, or sip some whiskey, or if you're a kid, drink some Yahoos or some chocolate milk to sit down and just have a good night, man. Looks like it's probably not going to be that long of a title. I'd say maybe it looks like a 6 or 7 hour game if I had to take an educated guess. Like one of those old school arcade beat 'em ups, man, where you grab your brother, you grab a buddy, and you just have fun for a few hours. You know, get drunk first, and then just play the game. Look, come on, man, let's play the game. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm all for it, man. So tell you what, I got a Comic-Con coming up in another week here or so, and one of us is gonna bring our PlayStation, and we're gonna just enjoy the title and just have fun with it, man. So I'm excited for it. This is right up my alley for sure. I can't wait. Definitely brings me back to my childhood for sure. We also got a sequel announced to Kenya Bridge of Spirits called Kenya Scars of Casimiro. Very excited to see this as well. I played through the entirety of Kenya Bridge of Spirits. The one thing that I remember from that experience is that it kicked the shit out of me up and down the floor. Even on just the normal difficulty, it's easy as one of the hardest games that I have ever played in recent years for sure. The crazy thing is that it looks like a Pixar movie. But if you play that experience, especially on the normal difficulty level, dude, it gets brutal. I mean, brutal. I mean, like, dude, your reflexes and counters and dodges have to be spot on perfection. If you don't, you're pretty much dead. And it's a really rewarding game for sure. So I'm very excited that enough people supported it that it's getting a sequel. Looks like they're adding some mechanics and mechanisms to it as well. Looks like you get a horse this time around. You get updates to your staff. You get swimming levels, even though there was a lot of swimming levels in the first one. Looks like you have more exploratory activities in this new title as well. It's like it takes place in Casimiro. I'm pretty sure that was like one of her home states from the first game. I could be wrong though, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, very excited to get this one in. The original title on PlayStation Network on PS4 was only like $15. So that's what caused me to give it a try. So I'm curious on what it's going to cost nowadays. I know people were having a serious issue for God of War, The Sons of Sparta being $30. I admit that is a little high. I would have thought maybe more like that $20, $25 price range would have made a little bit more sense for a 2D side scroller. But I mean, I could kind of expect the new Kenya to be about $30 since it's in that 3D. It's taking advantage of the 4K taking the full advantage of the power of the PS5. I would assume. So highly recommend the original title if you've never given it a try. Trust me, that is certified. So obviously this one is also a must buy for me. I feel like I haven't cut my PS5 on in so long, but this and the new God of War is definitely a good reasoning to go ahead and swipe off some dust. Let's get my gaming chops back in action here. Yes, I also saw the new John Wick that got announced. I'm a little bit skeptical of it though, because we've all seen 2 or 3 of the John Wick movies. I'm very skeptical on how they're going to incorporate his kung fu action and his gunplay into the same button mechanics. It's almost like you're going to have a specific button for punching and kicking and a specific button for gunplay, because his fighting style is so fluid with the two, like he integrates them so effortlessly. No, you're gonna have that to such a fluid level of a working mechanic that I don't know if they can pull it off. I'm a little skeptical. Listen, the trailer looks amazing. It looks spectacular. However, how's that gameplay gonna go though? So, I don't know. That's not a must buy for me. I want to see how that works, how that's gonna turn out first. Then we'll make that decision once, some reviewers get that in hand. Maybe we'll play it, maybe not. I'll see, man. So, yeah. But that's all I got for y'all today. I just wanted to cover some of the basics off of the state of play from yesterday. So, definitely God of War, Kratos coming back is just the bee's knees. I'm super excited about that. Kenya coming back, for me personally, that's really a personal happiness for me as well. John Wick, we'll see. So, What I want to know now is your thoughts. Are you excited about all this stuff that's coming to the PS5? Are you not excited? That does not really do anything for you? Tell me in the comments below, man. I want to know. So if you enjoy this type of content, hit that like button. If you want to see more of it, get subscribed. You can follow me at youtube.com/martech79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys for the years of support, and I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.